So in this video, I'm going to be covering the idea of the short selling of stocks. It's basically the exact opposite of taking a long position. In a long position, you buy the stocks at a low price, you sell high, and the sort of profit you make is from the difference. In short selling, it's the exact opposite. You buy the shares at a high price, and then you sell them low, and then you make a profit off that. The thing that confuses most students when they're initially introduced to this concept is, how can you sell something right now? Well, you never bought it in the first place. Well, the answer is quite simply, yes, we didn't. The shares are actually borrowed from a broker who will lend the shares to you. You can do whatever you want with them. You can sell them high and then buy them low, and you get to keep the profit, and the broker gets back his shares. So let me sort of demonstrate that with an example. Let's say you go to your broker, and your broker has $100 shares of some company. And let's say that this company's shares are currently trading at $35 a share. So you go to your broker and you're like, hey, can you short sell the stock for me? That means if I expect that the price is going to fall, so sell these stocks right now. And you go and you sell these stocks. They're technically not yours, but you sell them. So right now you sell them at $3,500. Because it's $35 a share and there's 100 shares, simple math. So you sell $3,500 of shares, and then when the price goes down, you actually buy the shares back. This is the amount of money you make right now. Let's say later the price falls to $33. Later, if you buy the stocks back, you buy them at $33 per share times 100 shares, and you'll actually have to pay $3,300 for them. You got $3,500, you paid you got $3,500, you paid $3,300, you got a $200 profit. Perfect. So that's the idea. But another thing to keep in mind is that when you actually go to your broker, it's his shares, and you say, oh, can you short sell this amount for me? You actually need to give the broker some money as well. That money is not really going to be used directly in the investment, but you just need to keep the deposit with him. That deposit is exactly 150% or 1.5 times or half of what the actual investment is going to be worth. What that essentially means is, when you go to your broker, he sells $3,500 worth of. The amount of money that you have to give him is half of what he's going to be investing. So quite simply put, that is going to be times 0.5, and that is $1,750. So to sort of clarify that a bit more, the broker is going to sell securities on your behalf for $3,500. What you need to do is give him some money. It's not really going to be used in the investment, but your broker needs to have it in what is called a short account. It needs to have a specific amount of money in the short account at all times. So if he's selling $3,500 worth of shares for you, you need to give him $3,500 times 0.5 equals $1,750 when this actual process begins. So this is the idea of short selling. In the next part of this video, I'll sort of cover an example which will help sort of clarify any confusions with this concept as well.